this one, I don't know if you give me the right answer, but I don't even think there is a right answer. But why do men cheat? Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, Stesh is my name, and today you can see that we have a special guest on set. And we're lucky, and we're really lucky. Please go ahead and tell us who you are, and we shall dive right in.
Hi everyone, my name is Donald Massa. I am a lawyer and a social entrepreneur. I am happy to be on this channel and hope you like it.
Yeah, so today we are basically going to do a short Q&A to just hear from the side of men. What do they think about certain things, or why do they do certain things? So without further ado, let's dive right. So our first question goes, makeup or no makeup?
Moderate, I'd say. Everything in moderation. So no makeup is too ashy, too much makeup is look like a circus. So moderation.
Wow, did you say a circus? Not even that calm. I'm very curious about this because you know how men always say women don't put effort sometimes and everything like that. I would like to know, if you were to be asked out, the way girls say, oh, he asked me out, how would you like that to be?
If the girl is one asking?
Yes, if the girl was asking you out, how would you like that to be?
Subtle, not too
Chassis?
direct, not too aggressive.
Yeah.
Because it's the guys who are usually most aggressive, and guys like to be in control. They like to feel that they are in charge. So when you take that role away from him, you know, they sort of feel that you have kind of emasculated them. So I like it when you show me that you like me, when you sort of like lead me on, but subtly, not too.
Not like,
Yeah.
banana is the only way to feel Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Like no specifics of, oh, take you to dinner, do this, do that.
Not really. I mean, just smile at me, talk, like be.
Do you know how many Kapala girls smile?
Okay, smiling is a little too basic, but like show that you're interested.
Yeah.
You know, send a text, check in, you know, care about what I'm doing and things like that. Like do nice little things, maybe buy gifts or what, or like throw a hint without being like, hey, you know.
Wow, okay, I'm curious. You know how like most girls put certain things on their status, on their Instagram. If things are going great, you'll see what they're posting is like all positive vibes. One day you'll find a man who does this and that. And maybe if you have a misunderstanding or a breakup, girls put up like more like passive aggressive posts of, if a man liked you, he would do this. If he wanted you, he would do that. Things like that. Do you guys really see that stuff? Like what posts say on WhatsApp status or Instagram? Do you see those things? And if you see them, does it even like? Do you feel touched when you see such a thing?
I don't see it a lot. I don't check
Oh
a lot
my
of
god.
Instagram stories and stuff. But when I do, of course, I know that it's a hint, it's a message someone's trying to. Yeah, but I tend not to react too much based on that.
So now, during intimacy, do men really care about things like stretch marks? Do men care about things like stretch marks? You know, people who have like butt injections, those holes that create dimples, bum dimples and everything. Do men really care about that stuff? Like during.
Well, I can't speak for all men. I'm sure I know that a number of them do. I personally don't. Like, yes, I've noticed they're there. I might remark that, oh, no, you have this and that.
Wow, don't say that stuff. Like, if it's not a compliment, just please keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I maybe compliment and say they look nice. You look like a zebra.
A zebra, come here, you like a zebra.
Yeah, but I don't like they're not deal breakers or such a big deal.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I have a few marks myself and dimples in places, so it's not,
It's not like a big
biggest deal. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair, because I know that there are guys who like literally come for someone like, oh, she looks nice. Oh, but they wear body shapers, because why does her ass look round in clothes, and now look at her, she has bum dimples and shit. Guys, we did not decide to get this stuff. We did not choose, okay? So go as slow. Not to get the full idea. Okay, so lingerie in bed or back naked?
Lingerie, I think mystery is good. A bit of spontaneity, a bit of mystery. I mean, anyone goes butt naked. Like when you see the real stuff, it may not be as fun as if it's covered up. It's something nice and lacy and sexy. So
Yeah.
lingerie all the way.
Interesting. Okay, so why do guys find it hard to open up, and I could really understand why that happens, but I would like to hear it from your perspective. Why do men find it very hard to open up? Like generally in life, we are more open to like talking about things and how we feel and all that. How come men find it hard to express their feelings and emotions?
Well, number one, it's upbringing. Men are taught to suppress their emotions. To be a man is to be strong, to not be a woman, essentially. So that means to not cry, to not show that you feel, to be macho. That's number one. Of course, men have emotions, but we're taught not to show them, so we do. Although women are usually softer than men, more emotional by nature. So it's a nature thing, but mostly a social thing.
Yeah.
How we've been raised, how we've grown up, and how we've been socialized. Yeah, I mean the extreme of it is toxic. Yeah, but yes, it's socialization.
Okay. I mean, honestly, maybe because I grew up with no brothers and I didn't really have like a dad. I lost my dad at a younger age. I've not really grown up among many guys, so the adjustment of seeing people the way they are in school, how boys deal with a girl if they like her, sometimes they'll bully her instead of actually telling her, I like you, because maybe he doesn't want to seem like a softie and everything like that. And I think we should normalize things like giving platform to men to also voice out their concerns, because in relationships, girls always come with the attitude of,
I'm Miss Little Perfect, you're always wronging me, why are you doing this?
and actually we do stuff that annoy men. It's just that they rarely express themselves, or they just, let it go. So I believe we should give a platform to men to express themselves. It's nice to have vulnerability in a relationship. It grows you as two people, because now you're able to know what works for this person and what doesn't work for them. Yeah? So I think
Absolutely.
well, this one, I don't know if you will give me the right answer, but I don't even think there is a right answer. But why do men cheat? Because my head tells me if you're tired, just leave. What leads to men cheating, and why do they do that instead of leaving?
Some men cheat because there's something missing in their relationship or marriage. So if they have a wife who doesn't respect them, or a girlfriend who nags them all the time, or like if you don't feel like a man, you're going to want to find that somewhere, someone who can make you feel important, respected, and valued, someone who, make you feel pleasured. That's number one. Other men just love sex, and even if they're getting it from their partners, they still want to spice things up a bit and get it elsewhere. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. Men tend to approach sex from a rational point of view, not so much with emotions, so they do it because it's nice and fun, not because they're attached to the person they're doing it with. So which means they can do it with other people and still be committed to their partners. Yeah, or maybe it's because we're animals and male animals tend to like just
Mamachi, what's wrong with y'all? Can't you just...
to mate with a lot of females. The difference is we have sapiens, Homo sapiens, we have intelligence, and then we created this thing that one man has to stick with one woman, which in the animal world is not very common. There are some animals that are monogamous and stick together. A lot of animals just, like the lion, there's only one lion in a pack, in a, what's it called, a pride, with like 10 females, and the lion will mate with all of them, and that's fine. So it's partly wiring, and also partly if you feel that you're not fulfilled in your relationship. But sometimes someone will love you so much and do everything, and and then still sleep with someone else. So sometimes also discipline. How is someone able to control themselves? And some people are more capable of doing it than others.
I then say that monogamy is not the natural essence of how things are supposed to be, that's a concept that we came up with.
Absolutely. Monogamy actually started in like the northern hemisphere, or what you call the West. Like Europeans brought monogamy to Africa.
Yeah.
They created it as a way to protect their property and their resources. So you got married to someone and they came with their family's wealth, and you also came with yours, and that marital bond meant that you were able to control those resources together. And children who were born out of wedlock were called illegitimates or bastards, and they could not inherit, they could not partake of the wealth from the family. That's where a lot of these concepts come from, but also religion is responsible for that. In Africa, before we met Europeans, the concept of monogamy was unheard of. Men
the
married,
bigger the family, the
yes,
more respect, the more hearts, the more
So
children.
the more wives meant the more respect, the more power a man had, the more wealth he had. And marrying more wives equaled more labor, because land was abundant, so you needed many hands to farm the land, and you needed many children, and a woman can only give you so many children. So monogamy was not really a thing in much of Africa, and also many parts of the world. It's mostly Asia and Europe that have a monogamy culture, which, as I've explained, is like civilizational, but it's not based on human nature as such. There are societies where, like in West Africa, where a woman can have multiple men, and there are also societies where a woman can marry other women on behalf of her husband. So the woman is the one who marries the other woman, but the other woman then is given to the husband. You understand?
Okay, that makes sense. So me, the woman, I will go out and choose who is going to be my co-wife.
Who's going to be your wife, essentially?
My wife, but like
yes,
we share a husband.
Yes.
Okay.
So in Ankole, before modern times, a woman was married to the family. So if I married Stella, for example, my brother could come and sleep with her, and that was fine.
Catch me. Catch me.
Or my father or something like that. So children belonged to the whole family.
The whole family.
And it was fine. And sometimes the woman had a brother she preferred better, and so on. And it worked until HIV came around. So different societies had different
ways of
going
around it.
Yes. So polygamy was the prevalent one, but there's also polyandry, where Some women have, in some cultures, women have multiple husbands or partners, and like what I've explained, Akole and others, or where women marry other women on behalf of their husbands and so on and so forth. But the key concept is that monogamy as we know it, as it was brought to us by missionaries and colonialists, was not native to us. It is not even native, it's not even a big part of human history.
Yeah.
It's something that started not too long ago. Yeah.
Interesting. So this was a very, very interesting session. I really, really appreciate you taking off your time to be here. Thank you so much. It was a lovely, lovely session. I think we shall have you again to educate us. We shall keep having different topics. Every once in a while we need some, information from the men to tell us what they're thinking, so that we don't think we know everything, yet we don't know nothing. Other than that, thank you so much guys for sitting through this video and watching. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And above all, do your best, and God will do the obstacles. I love you so much, and bye.
Adios.